streets of Myanmar, formerly Burma, 11 days ago, we've been able to instantly watch images of the protests and the subsequent violent crackdown by the military regime. During the last uprising in Myanmar nearly 20 years ago, it took days for video to be smuggled out of the country. Today's images come mostly from protest groups uploading video via small satellites, but also from citizens posting photos on sites like Flickr and sending their own video to YouTube. Our Jim Shudo is in neighboring Thailand, and when he tried to cross the border into Myanmar, authorities took his camera. So he filed his report for us with the help of his cell phone.
The streets emptied and many protesters stayed home, but only by force. Several hundred defiant demonstrators continue to stand up to the government.
There have been clashes during the day, and there have been sort of running skirmishes. There have been several bursts of gunshots. We don't know if they caused casualties.
Amid the chaos, amateur video captures the moment troops charge a crowd of demonstrators, then appear to shoot this Japanese photographer at point-blank range. He later died. The Japanese government is now demanding an explanation. Unmoved, Myanmar blocked access to the internet today, the only way images like these have been getting out. Myanmar is now a country cut off from the world. So today we crossed into Myanmar from Thailand ourselves. We found the police very much in control here as well.
Here we come to the first temple inside Burma.
They confiscated our camera, so we filmed in secret on our cell phones. Plainclothes policemen followed us everywhere we went.
Wherever we go, they always tell us everything is, of course, perfectly calm. I don't believe them.
The government appears in control now, but its cruelty is turning much of the country and the world against it. Jim Shudo, ABC News, Mirawaddy, Myanmar.
So what's the end game in Myanmar? Many say the repressive regime that rules with fear and forced labor can only truly be changed by one country. From Beijing, here's ABC's Stephanie Tsai.
The key to change in Myanmar may very well lie with China. They are the regime's most important trading partner, as well as the closest thing they have to a political ally. Now, China has urged both sides to exercise restraint, but it's unclear whether it will go any further than that. China is also the biggest arms supplier to Myanmar, and that is a fact that is not unlikely to go unnoticed in the international community. As China prepares to host this summer's Olympics, there had already been calls for boycotts because of China's close ties to the oppressive government in Sudan. Now, a top European Parliament member is calling for a possible boycott of these Olympics unless China does more to pressure Myanmar. China now finds itself facing a difficult balancing act between its strategic and economic interests in Myanmar and its international reputation. It's starting to realize the responsibilities of an Olympic host country. Stephanie Tsai, ABC News, Beijing.
Next up, a little president.